back to the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. Everybody down here is honoring a senior member of the floor, a longtime friend of CNBC, been on many times, and also a senior voice in the specialist community here. Jimmy Maguire, specialist at the branch for many, many years, and Warren Buffett specialist since Berkshire Hathaway went public, right, in 1988. You have been the specialist.
It was listed here in 1988.
Yes. So 1949, that's when Jimmy first came. And the great thing about Jimmy is he still has the date. Can we get a shot of this? September 12th, 1949, the calendar date. He still has it up here, the day he was hired. C.F. Childs, I think, was the first firm that you worked for?
That's right. That calendar date is a very interesting one in the sense that it's the first day of work that I ever had. And I went down to Rose and Joe Diamond's store, where I always hung out as a drugstore cowboy. And Rose said, how'd it go? And I said, it was too confusing. I can't do it. She said, just a moment. It's over the wall, picks it off, gives it to me, hugs me and says, here, Boobala, you keep it. Someday you'll be a big success.
And you are a big success.
No, I'm not.
Now, what was going on? A very humble man. What was going on in 1949 down here on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange?
Well, it was a very different market in those days, of course, and far too long ago for me to remember exactly how things went, except that I was terrified. And one thing led to another, and we kept moving along, got a lot of luck here and there and so forth. I went different to the American Stock Exchange and then to the New York Stock Exchange. So,
we looked it up. I believe the Dow was 181 on that date. We checked that.
I didn't know. Dow to me was just nothing, something you put in the sink.
Yeah.
But I had no idea, and I'm not very well versed in that stuff.
Why have you stayed down here for 60 years? I mean, what has motivated you? Could have retired a long time ago, and a lot of men do retire long before you. What kept you down here?
Well, you know, everybody has a hobby. You know, that some guys play golf, some guys play bridge. I play people. I look at the marvelous people around here. Where could I find this any place in the world? People that I love to interact with, and I think I would estimate that I've interacted with maybe thousands of people over the years, and it's something that I enjoy doing. I love people, that's my problem. And to me, I've never worked a day in my life. I find it very revitalizing to come to work every day.
One of the things that you always said to me was there are 3 days that really sort of changed everything for you, that were amazing to you. The day President Kennedy was shot and killed, 1987 in the great crash, and 9/11. Tell us about what happened on the day President Kennedy was killed.
Well, there was panic in the streets and panic on the floor of the New York and the American Stock Exchange. The exchanges there was so much panic we had to stop trading on both exchanges for the rest of that day. And everybody was just terrified as to where we were going and what the heck was happening and so forth and so on. The next situation that was of consequence was the 1987 crash. And that, too, was sort of a panic situation.
What do you think about the markets now? He's not afraid to give his opinions on whether he's a bull or a bear. Where do you think things are going?
Well, you keep in mind, I can't read a balance sheet. I don't follow that very sophisticated stuff because I'm not too smart. I just go a gut trader, and I've been fairly lucky, let's say. And I think the markets, as I've said since last March, have been flooded with money. And I've been very positive on the market since March, and I continue to be positive. The market doesn't really give up much at all. It's just an ebb and flow. A lot of guys say that it's in for a double dip on the downside. I don't feel that way.
You talk, last question, got to let you go. You talk to Warren Buffett all the time. What's he telling you right now? Anything, just between you and me?
Warren has gotten to be a matinee idol with all the, I see him all over the place, and he's really a very popular guy. And
he's not going to tell us what Warren Buffett tells him. Congratulations on 60 years. Great legend down here.
Thanks to everybody.
And man of great wisdom here.
Thanks to everybody. I appreciate it.
Jimmy Maguire, Sr. Thanks very much, Jimmy. Okay, let's talk about some other things here. Shares of McGraw-Hill and Moody's recovering slightly after being pummeled yesterday after a judge rejected the motion. The First Amendment protected them from lawsuits. This is a fascinating ruling here. Charlie Casperino, our on-air editor, joins us with more. Charlie, what do you think of this?
Are they clapping for me back there?
That is for you, Charlie. They're waiting for the book to come out. Where the heck is it?
The sellout. Where's my graphic? You're supposed to show a graphic every time.